Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They begin with a run by Miller. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 5.
They'll run on first down. Swift. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. They'll look to throw here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They go play action with Jackson. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And the pressure gets to him again. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
57's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57's the mic. 57.
3rd and goal, Jackson. This is caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
17-0 our score after 1.
Ready, set.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Yeah.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was very easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins got home that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Check the call, check the call. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. And we heavy on the end. Let it go.
To try again after the sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Miller running right. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
55, 55. Hey, eat. Head here. Trump.
Throwing is Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They run. It's Mark Ingram, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Miller. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go, go.
0-0, Mike Green. Let's get the ball.
Be careful, be careful.
He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Hey, Haywood. Fight.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he comes back with one complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Five.
2nd and 4. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we... where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get it. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo.
2nd and 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 5. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. To throw again is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. On first down, Swift. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
They can't hang with us. Check. Check. 55 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson going to throw again. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give right side. Swift. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll set up the throw. Gonna throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just like that. Just like that. Say,
Jackson on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And Jackson throwing once more. Being chased up, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Evans in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And some room to maneuver. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Bryant has it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And it's caught. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Check three.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. Check 50. Check 50.
2nd and 3. Green brings it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Let's make these babies.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 3.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra, It didn't pay off in that situation.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Here we go. It's a throw. Tight go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch his slant. Check safety.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
And it's 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, watch the slant.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
57 the Mike. 57 the Mike. Yeah. You don't want nothing.
Jackson will throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tucker's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ricky Seals-Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A first down carry now for Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. He's back to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Come on now, let's go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jackson to throw. Completes it to Miller. Give him 6 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check.
They'll run it again with Miller. And some room to work. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Jackson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.